Go get it.
I don't
going.
do tactical arms, but A&J Guns in Torrington, TGS in Waterbury, Tom's Firearms, JoJo's in Southington, Tactical Police Gear in Cheshire. We make all their shirts at all those stores, and we also sell our stuff at those as well. Do you go to the gun store in Waterbury at all? No.
Yeah, Tom. Thanks, bro.
Okay.
Alright, let's do it.
I actually spoke to someone else.
Timeline, because, here, give me my iPad right there.
Sportsman's Association, that's right. I am at the Sportsman's Association. Yeah. I belong there as well. Yep. But I just met someone that
I don't think there's any news either.
There's probably nothing in the timeline, and we can't do memes because we're not putting it up on the thing. So we're probably just going to have to freestyle this.
Yeah, like a 25-minute, 30-minute video.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
Really? Oh, yeah, every year. That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. Yeah, we don't really do anything like that at Northwest.
174.
We don't have,
Oh, we've got the rest of the 20 questions, dude. Oh, that's mint. Oh my god. If we get a good one, we'll call Nick in and have him do one.
Where's my docs page?
Oh, should we take the time to write the other person's answers?
No, we'll just say them off the head.
Where do I, oh, that's where I talk in?
Yeah, just leave it in front of you, pointed at you. Like
Well, that's what I was curious. Which way should I turn it?
we could get the little things that put mics on the shirts, but honestly,
Can't you just clip it?
I don't think you have to. It's right in front of you.
Fuck. I could. Oh, that doesn't spin. As I say, I could clip it right onto my hand.
Oh my God. It's $700 a year just for tactical arms. Yeah. You gotta go like 3 times a month just to make that work. Way too much.
174. If you're looking at our docs, it should be at the top.
It wasn't there.
Good to meet you guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, there it is.
So there are so many good memes, too. Damn it.
All right, let's do this. Nick, you want to be on a podcast?
I'm gonna keep putting these shirts out real quick, but if I can chill out for a minute afterwards.
Oh, we will definitely have a question for you.
You got it.
I just got super excited. I thought that girl was wearing a Waffle House shirt. It's like the Waffle
Was wearing a
House shirt.
what?
Waffle House shirt.
Wallflower?
Waffle House?
Waffle House.
Yep.
It does actually look a lot like it.
It's like
It's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah, I get you.
super excited we got to hear that steam engine behind us.
Ready?
Let's do it. We've been recording for 5 minutes.
Good day, ma'ams and sirs, and welcome to the Number 9 with Tommy podcast, where we're recording live at the Goshen Fair, surrounded by more beautiful and hideous people than two dopes can bear. There's a guy with an air-powered tool about 10 feet away, and I assume he'll be the star of the show. Tommy's looking out at groups of 21-year-old Medusas and becoming hard as a stone. It's calling for rain, and the gout has Tommy bawling in pain. The number 3 is on his way with ibuprofen, and man, this is all insane. We've been going non-stop trying to catch some bonus content for the show, and as the fair picks up, I will say it's not like the content is slow. Tommy's rushing me to get this intro done so we can record a show early today. He basically wants to get right to the part where I tell you good day. Tommy fucking Washington, what's been up, man? How are you?
I'm great, Pat. I don't think it's gout. I think it's flat foot syndrome.
Is that a thing? FFS?
Yeah,
You got
FFS. I sure do. I put in inserts this morning on my way out the door in my shoes, so we'll see if that helps at all.
Okay.
But I think the damage is already done. Nick from our boy at Second Armament has been working me to death. Good thing he sold about 3,000 shirts yesterday. I sold 1.
We're not here for the sales. We're here for the content.
Sure.
This is Nick from Second Armament, if you guys aren't familiar with him.
Morning.
Sorry about your loss. He said morning.
All right.
Like after somebody dies.
Pat, you want to
It's
give a
not funny unless you have to explain it.
Do I want to what?
You want to give a little recap of yesterday? like what we did at the fair?
Sure.
Go ahead.
All right. I went to work, so I missed like the first 5 hours of the fair.
So I just worked for Nick during that first 5 hours.
Okay.
With Nick.
With Nick. For Nick.
Same thing.
For with Nick.
Oh, if I say I work for him, he has to pay me. Yeah, I worked with Nick.
I pay him in cuddles.
So I got here, what, 2?
Yeah, you were super late. You told me you'd be here by 1:30. I think you showed up at 2:30.
So here's the thing. When I left my house, you know what? On my way home last night, I GPS just because I was curious.
I figured
13
you would.
minutes.
I figured you would.
13 minutes to get home. To get here from my house, 48 minutes.
Fantastic.
So it was pretty busy. When I got here, you had given out a couple business cards, which was nice.
We give out a bunch of business cards.
Some QR codes. We should put more out.
I have a stack of them right here.
Okay.
See, they look like this. You
Whammo,
scan the
bammo.
QR code, brings you right to the podcast. Also has all the stuff on the front where you can find us. You know what I don't have on there, which is funny, is the email.
Oof. Didn't you tell everybody that the email was on there?
No, I told them to go to the website and message us on the website.
Okay. Gotcha. So that was the thing. And then what we picked up with our first interview was a kid, 16, 17 years old.
He was 17.
We got Dad's permission, it's fine. We interviewed him about kind of his family,
Yeah, his
vacations, family dynamic. He was awesome. They were Portuguese. They were Portuguese. He spoke both languages. It was a good interview. Actually, he did significantly better than I would have expected from a 17-year-old, so that was a really good start. Then we rolled into, I don't even know how we bumped into those guys. Did we just draw them in?
They were here looking at Nick's stuff. He bought a shirt from Nick.
Oh,
We were
okay.
like, hey,
Yep.
you want to be on a podcast?
Yep. So
And him and his boy were like, bet, bro, bet.
All right, I don't know why you're making fun of them. I love both of them. They were great.
I think they were great. That's what they said. They were like, bet. Yeah,
Okay.
bro. Okay, bet.
But those guys were on the podcast. While those guys were on the podcast, they did our job for us, and they got 2 of their friends, 2 girls, to be on the podcast. Unfortunately, after that 17-year-old's interview, somehow we think that Tommy may have double tapped the record button, and we didn't record the young gentlemen or the young ladies.
Which is very upsetting for anybody who watches this on YouTube.
Yeah. All 4 very attractive people. And then...
Especially the ladies.
And then, did we notice before we interviewed the next girl that we had not recorded?
Yeah, because I went to go check the quality of the interview with all 4 of them,
Okay.
and it wasn't there. And then we interviewed the other smoke show.
Yeah, Tommy sucked the wind right out of my sails, told me we hadn't recorded 90% of everything that we had done, which was, I really thought the fair was over. I wanted to curl up in a ball and cry, but I stuck to it. Got another person in for an interview. She interviewed really well. She was a young, self-proclaimed bitchy Republican, and it was awesome.
I don't think she ever called herself a Republican, but I get what you're saying.
She self-proclaimed bitchy for sure.
She did.
I don't remember who came after that. Oh, we did the guys again.
Yeah, we did.
Was that immediately after her?
Yeah, that was the next one.
And then we didn't get to do your buddy from school, but he'll be back today. We did a kid who was previously on the podcast, if anybody remembers, Chris, and a bunch of his boys.
Which
did
was
an
awesome.
interview. That was a good time. I feel like I'm missing one.
We didn't record it. We were sitting down when
We didn't record that?
I did, but I deleted it.
There was a lot of alcohol involved
There was a reason why
in one
I
of our
deleted it.
interviews.
Yeah, I definitely deleted it for a reason that should not be aired anywhere.
Okay.
But our boy at Second Army has a very weird family dynamic. So we
Nick's.
you got
There's, it is easy to picture that if you are a part of Nick's family for a month or 2, you're going to a wedding. Somebody's getting fucking married. I mean, you don't even have to be great friends with them. There's just so many weddings.
Yeah,
That guy's super familiar.
he looks like a guy.
I woke up, man. Everything after that's a bonus.
100%, man.
That dude walks back. a solid 20 feet to get that line in.
It wasn't even a good line.
Jesus.
It's a line I truly do not believe in.
Eh,
For those of
as
you
long
that
as I'm
could-
on this side of the dirt, am I right?
It's a line I do not believe in. I cannot wait to be under the dirt.
We should, you know what we should do?
Especially on days like this where I'm super fucking tired.
This is what we should do. You ever watch Whose Line Is It Anyway?
Love that show.
Nick, join us in this endeavor. Don't take life so seriously, Nick.
Or die.
I want to write a line, okay? And we can write as many lines as we want. We'll write 2-3 lines apiece. And then we put the lines in the center of the table. You're going to fold up the line, put it in your pocket, leave it there. Don't read the lines. Never look at the line. And at any point throughout this day, somebody look at somebody else and say, do you have any lines left? And you have to, whoever you're dealing with, whatever's going on, pull out the line and drop the line right then and there.
Like, find a way to work it into the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I like that. That's
pretty
solid.
funny.
I wish I had enough.
You're going to have to be ready to
How are you gonna
record at all
video that?
times.
Yeah.
Well, we could do it with a cell phone. Whoever calls it out, make sure you're ready to record when you call it out.
Yeah.
We
and
just
then-
use cell phones.
And then we could all meet at my house later to spend 3.5 hours getting it off our phones.
Nah, we'll just mail them to you.
Yeah, trust me, that's how I was originally trying to do it.
No,
was
we'll
just
email it to the email.
No.
That's what I was trying to do.
Do you use
I got it all figured out.
Do you have SoundCloud?
Do you use Send Anywhere?
No, what the fuck is
It's
that?
the best app you'll ever buy, dude.
Where the fuck is it?
Buy?
Where the fuck were you last night?
What, you
it's
made
free.
of money?
It's free. No.
What the?
it's
I'm
free.
so confused by buying something for free.
So it's called Send Anywhere, and you can send as large of a file in as best quality as you can. And you can send it to any phone, any email address.
Dude,
Any,
remember that
To
time
any Jeep owner out there, I don't know if you see this, but Nick is rocking a shirt that he
why don't you go
made.
get ducked?
He designed and made himself. It's called Get Ducked.
Wait until you see
and-
the next one he's coming out with.
There's a super secret. I'm going to share the secret with
If
you,
you
but
like
not with
getting
everybody at the
rammed-
fair. If
let
you
people talk shit
buy
about
a Get Ducked hoodie, he actually puts a duck
Don't
in
tell
the.
people that.
I'm only telling people on the podcast so they come to the fair. It's a surprise.
You're not gonna die.
He puts a duck in the hood, the pouch of the hoodie, the kangaroo pouch, because it's a Jeep thing. I'm not familiar with how Jeeps work, but apparently they duck each other right in their duck holes.
I was talking to a couple guys at the pool about this.
Ducking.
Yeah, because they're big Jeep guys.
I talk to
And-
my friends about docking. You talk to your friends about ducking.
Yeah, and only one of us is weird.
Only one of us goes through with it. Am I right? And you've never ducked anybody.
I was talking to him about the duck thing because I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah.
And they both were like, I remember the first time I got ducked. I was like, nice. He was like, one of them was super, super excited about the duck thing.
So if you're already angry about Jeep owners all waving at each other like they ride motorcycles, now they duck each other as well, which makes sense.
Now that I think of it, I think Erica's windshield has a picture of a duck on it. Like, 'cause you
In
know,
the thing, in the black trim.
well, like, so Jeeps, all Rams, they put a random, any Chrysler, well, I don't want to say Chrysler, Jeep and Ram put a random logo. Mopar puts a random logo somewhere on the glass.
Mine had sandals.
Yeah, Erica's Patriot had sandals.
Yep.
Or has sandals, and I believe her new one has a fucking duck on the windshield.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's like stamped into the plastic.
Yeah,
Huh.
mine has just a Ram logo on the windshield.
Gotcha.
Real life Easter eggs are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was actually looking at a photo gallery of all real life Easter eggs this morning. Like on a beer can, there's one that says like enjoying beer is easy, enjoying prison is not, so enjoy your beer responsibly. And it was on the can of beer. That's pretty good.
All right. So yeah, we got some content yesterday.
Hours. I mean, even if you cut it down, I bet we're doing well.
We got 2 hours of content.
That was our first crack at a fair, our first time ever. I mean, we ran into tons of glitches, including not recording multiple interviews, and we still ended up with hours of
And those were probably,
footage.
What I'm really upset about is those two girls. The guys came back and did a different set of questions, but those two girls were dynamite. Two friends there, not only dynamite looking, but they were dynamite interviewers.
Yeah, they really were. They
Or
had
interviewees.
fantastic answers to the questions.
Nick is snapping pictures of us, which is making me very uncomfortable because I'm super fat and I don't like pictures.
Looks so good. His
That's-
sandals are amazing. I got his feet.
I cannot believe you guys are taking pictures. I can't believe you guys are planning on wearing fucking sandals today.
Why would you? When have you ever seen me not wear sandals?
I don't know, man. I don't know like anybody that wears sandals.
And here we are, besting it up.
Yeah. I also want to throw this out there.
I've spent so much time in this relationship that I don't just consider you like, my best friend. I think that you and I have a joint investment account. That's where we're at. This friendship is doubling every 7 years.
Pat, what has been made super obvious to me over the last 24 to 72 hours.
Was that Nick's a better friend than you are?
No.
Oh.
First off, there are no better friends than me. Just ask Nick.
Hi guys.
Valid.
You just here for the podcast?
You're here to watch the
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What are you talking about?
today we're talking about the fair.
They're actually on right now.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Hey, how
Hi,
are you?
how are you?
How are you?
This
Welcome
is
to-
Tom from the Number 9 with Tommy podcast.
That's Pat from the Number 9 with Tommy podcast.
Well, enjoy your day.
Hey, thank you.
too.
What'd you realize within the last 24 to 48 hours?
That
72?
you are fully 100% in love with Mason.
Oh, yeah, no, that you did pick up on. There have been hints, subtle hints.
It's not.
And by
there-
subtle, I mean very in your face.
Yes, that you. And I'm not talking like you love Mason, like he's a great guy.
No, right.
You are
Like, I can feel Mason inside me right now.
like if Mason was like, Pat, I've decided that I want to be in a relationship with a man.
Yep,
You would immediately say, I'm your guy.
I would not. I would not do that. I understand where you're going with this.
I don't.
I even
believe-
understand where you're getting it from. Here's the thing. I think a lot of people look like Mason. So everywhere we go,
I don't think that.
I'm like, wow, that guy looks like Mason. And that's where this is really
no, the
coming
fact that
from.
Mason's constantly in your brain like that,
Yeah.
because I gotta tell you, most of the people you point out, with the exception of one so far,
What was the one? Because you've said no to every one of them.
no, the first one I said, yeah, you're right. He
Is it
does-
Nick's friend
Yes.
that looks identical to Mason?
I don't know about identical, but he does look similar to Mason. The one that said go kill yourself for saying
For saying that he looks just like he looks?
no, for saying that it looks like the silhouette of the bearded gamer.
Oh, yeah.
And he said whoever would make that silhouette of themselves is
It's too early.
he was a very nice guy.
He wasn't. Meanwhile, it looked like he did it himself.
I hope they meet today. If Mason comes to the fair and they're like, oh my god, there's my doppelganger, both of them.
Guys, I just saw myself over there.
Anyway, so I think all we're gonna do for the show today is finish the last 20 questions. Since we can't do memes or anything, since it's just gonna be audio, we'll have video up, but I can't input. I mean, I could try and show you guys the pictures that are on my tablet, but I don't think that's gonna work out well.
Probably not.
So yeah, we're just gonna do the last 20 questions and keep fucking around with Nick.
All right, question number 21.
Yeah, if you could on, that'd be great.
We got out late and started early.
And yet you're the only one that went to bed before 1 a.m.
You don't know what time I went to bed.
I know it was before 1 a.m. because I texted you after 1 a.m. and you were asleep.
Maybe it was right at 1 a.m. It wasn't. What time did you bring me home?
I didn't bring it home. Holy shit.
Ooh, nope, I drove home. And I'm the one who doesn't drink.
So Pat left here approximately 10 o'clock last night. He was asleep by 10:01.
Yeah. It was a short drive home. I don't remember any of it. No, I went home. I dropped a deuce, played with Littlefoot. That's the cat. And by the time I was done dropping a deuce, Miss Elizabeth was getting home from a Goats game, and I went to bed.
Nice.
I did not pass go. I did not collect $200. I went directly to bed.
Makes sense. All right, man. So question number 21. If I were a board game, which would I be? We should probably remind them what the game was.
Go ahead. I'm going to think about my answer.
There's 40 questions. We did 20 on the last episode. We're going to do the last 20 today. And they were like, it's what you would do in a relationship to see how well you know each other. And because Pat and I are best
It's like the
friends,
newlywed game.
yeah. We're going to answer these 40 questions. We did it kind of funny last time. I'm sure we can kind of do, especially now that we're answering them immediately and we didn't write them down
Yep.
and have time to think about them. I'm sure they will be even more funny. and uncensored.
Okay. I would think that the answer to this question for both of us would be risk, because you risked your life by sleeping with a married woman, and anybody who sleeps with me is taking a risk of catching something.
Pat, I would say that you're the game of Scrabble. And not so much
That's good.
the word part. You're just Scrabble.
That's fair.
Yeah, all the time.
I like that.
100% Scrabble. Pat, what drives me crazy?
Happy people in the morning. Wow.
Nailed it.
Just talking about happy people in the morning, apparently.
Pat, this morning when I forgot how much awake you are in the
When you
morning.
invited me, when you said I'll pick you up in the morning, I was like, I don't want to do that.
Dude,
I'm not interested.
I almost, and I knew I was super grumpy this morning for lots of reasons, but one of them was just being awake. That was one of the key things. But I didn't have a great morning, and then I almost told Pat to shut the fuck up within 3 seconds of him getting in my truck.
I opened the door to your truck, and you said, "Just so you know, I'm in a really bad mood."
Yes, and then I had to think to myself when I almost told Pat to shut up. Was Tom, you're not mad at Pat.
Tom, you can't drive and get punched in the face. This is gonna end bad.
I was just like, you're not really mad at Pat. You're just in a bad mood, so don't say anything.
Yeah.
So luckily I thought about that. But what else? Is that it? Just people in the morning?
No, your foot. Your flare up right now. I feel like you not getting an answer to that driving you a little nutty.
Oh, I know what it is. It's one of two things.
When you can't do things the first time you try, because you're such a common sense smart guy. So when something doesn't make sense to you immediately, I think that frustrates the bejesus out of you. Oh, you know what really gets you is when somebody drafts the guy that you had in mind. Nope, never mind. Hold on, that's my thing. Derrick Henry.
You're still talking about Derrick Henry?
Fucking Derrick Henry.
By the way, that video is.
I hope.
I'm really upset that I don't have the video. So these guys don't even know yet. So Pat and I are.
Oh, that's right, because we talked about it yesterday, but that won't drop.
Pat and I are in a fantasy football league together, and Pat and I on Thursday were on our way up to the fair, and we were talking about it. And I'm like, I haven't drafted for a fantasy football league in a very long time. Pat has never done it, so he was going over strategy with me and some stuff that he Googled, and they say to draft a running back first. And
Meanwhile,
that to me-
Tommy told me to draft a quarterback first.
I did, which I guess is not the right way to do it.
I understand the logic.
I
The
do.
logic is, for those of you who don't know, quarterbacks score a lot of points no matter who you are. So they're all bunched in together, where if you can get a standout running back or a standout wide receiver, your fantasy team as a whole will benefit more.
I don't really believe that, because if you have, let's say, Trey Lance as your starting quarterback in fantasy, you're screwed. But that being said, so Erica just texted me and said, I just looked at my phone. Obviously, it's a little late. How are you? I didn't text Erica this morning.
Did you ask her for ibuprofen?
I did not.
I did not.
No idea what's going on there. But anyway, back to what I said. Let's talk about
I legitimately, this thought just crossed my mind, and I'm not even being fucking funny. I legitimately was like, was there a shooting at the fair? Like, we wouldn't have fucking known. Because I'm picturing Erica freaking out, like, oh my God, how are you? I'm like, could we have missed that? What the fuck? We didn't. It didn't happen.
Nick didn't go running out of here
Yeah.
to go save everybody, so I don't think that's it.
All right.
And this is a gun free zone. They have signs all over the place. You can.
That's true. You can't carry yourself.
So who would?
Yeah. How would there be a shooting? Is the question.
Yeah, because.
More likely to see a bombing. Go ahead.
So anyway, so Pat, and this video will be on YouTube soon, I hope.
Don't we all?
Pat drafts, or thinks he drafts Derrick Henry,
Repeatedly.
and he goes, Derrick Henry, slaps me. He's all excited. Slaps me on the ass. He is pumped, and he goes, "Oh wait, I didn't draft him. How do I draft him?" And he's freaking out. And I'm
Tommy's
in
no
the-
help whatsoever.
Well, I was in the middle of doing something, and your draft was not my problem. So once I realized that Pat doesn't have Derrick Henry, I'm recording this, but I'm also doing the draft on my phone. So I have to exit out of the video, which is really where this story gets upsetting, because I then go, it's my pick, and I go, I got this. I draft Derrick Henry just to crush that soul.
With his first pick, Tommy didn't take a quarterback. He took my running back.
True story. But when I exited out to do the draft, it stopped the video, which is really what upsets me. Because Pat's reaction to me getting Derrick Henry was earth-shattering for him, and it would have made the best video. Like, the compilation of you thinking you got him to you realizing you didn't have him, and then realizing that I got him.
The panic in between the two as well.
But, see, like, I explained this to Pat yesterday. He thought, like, Derrick Henry wasn't going to go by his next pick, and he was
No,
gonna.
I didn't feel that way.
He was going to be gone. So why not your best friend, pal, Tommy?
Because earlier in the day when you tried to get me to draft a quarterback first, I said, "Are you trying to fuck me, Tom?" And you said, "Nope, I wouldn't fuck you." And then you picked my first pick. Had you left him, maybe somebody else would have taken him, but maybe that guy wouldn't have taken Jamar Chase, and I could have gotten him.
He was definitely going to take Jamar Chase. I talked to him afterwards.
I'm just saying, one of those two could have been left. We didn't even have like a big group of people drafting. How many people were there? 10?
Yeah, 10 people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see the picks around the last round? No,
Brutal.
It was not good.
I've not heard a lot of a lot of those players.
Yeah. Pat, what I think drives you crazy is racist people.
Racist people drive me crazy. Really, any person who hates a group of people, and the Dutch, but mostly just people who hate groups of people.
Pat, if I were stuck on a desert island, if we were stuck on a desert island, why would I be an asset?
What's a desert island? No, I'm kidding. Why would you be an asset? Well, you definitely are going to stay warm. You're super cuddly. We would, together, be able to move heavy things, which might be important. Constructing like a home, depending on how long we plan to be stuck. You're definitely common sense smart, so like we needed like a fire or like a poker for a fish. We could probably build one with your brain. What else would make you an asset? Oh, you would definitely float. Like if you died, I could just hold on to you and kick and get off the island.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Pat, the only reason why you would be an asset on a desert island,
gonna be about my
or
mouth.
a deserted island, is because I would kill you and eat you because you're so fat.
All right, that hurts.
That is the only thing that I could see you being an asset for.
Good luck coming up with content on that island with me dead.
There's going to be no way to charge our shit, so we might get one episode out.
All right. Tom, which two fictional BFFs are most like us? Fred and Barney. Duh. A couple of cavemen. That seems so simple.
I would need some time to think about this one.
Maybe Brian and Stewie, a well-educated mutt and a dumb baby. What else?
I don't know. That's hard because that one requires some thought.
Oh, man. Mario and Luigi yesterday, speaking of. Tom, what's your favorite memory of us? I already know what you're going to say.
Oh, the trip to Mass.
Oh, no, I was wrong.
What were you going to say?
That you're going to say that when my ex-wife and I took you and Nate bowling into whatever the crap we did, that neither she nor I remember, but you seem to remember fondly.
Well, I have a very good memory, first off, but
And I have a very less than mediocre memory.
I thought that was a staple of, it showed the kind of person you were, Pat, which I appreciated.
Okay?
And to my knowledge, we're the only ones you ever did that with.
That's what I tell all of them.
This is the first time we're doing this.
Favorite memory? That's tough.
Is it? We don't have a lot of memories together.
How much for the
Man. No, I think breaking into the house and smashing it to smithereens together.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
All right. We've covered that on the podcast.
Am I a cookie, ice cream, or cake person?
All of the above. Better question, am I a cookie, ice cream, or cake person?
Cookie.
That is correct.
What size do you have?
When were you most impressed by me?
There's one time when you were getting out of the shower.
Do you have a snap back?
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Most
Kinda sweaty.
impressed.
Sorry.
No, I'm just looking at the so you're large.
Large, extra large.
I think you consistently impress by you do a thing that I think is hilarious because you're the type of person, like if somebody does something wrong, you're not even concerned with what was done wrong. Like, or the effect that it will have, like, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare, this is going to cost us $1 million or anything like that. You're like, I will immediately investigate this and find out who fucked this up. Like, it's not about what the fuck it was or how bad it was or was it intentional. Nope. I want to know who I'm blaming this on. And if it's you, you immediately are like, whoop! Oh, that's me. I fucked this up.
I'm a big person on accountability.
Yeah,
And I can't hold people accountable if I'm not willing to be accountable.
I agree.
You know, so that's, and I think,
Yeah, what's going on? How are you?
to be honest with you, I think that's part of, being a man, right? Like,
So much, guys. Appreciate it.
like being able to say I fucked up.
You can't spell accountability without man.
That- There's no end to accountability.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect, man.
Or an N.
Or an N.
We get really good at sizing people up.
That's true. You can't do it without the vowel there, A. So that's a true story. That girl was at Johnny's wedding.
What girl?
The girl just bought something from Nick,
Okay.
and she was a hot mess.
Was she with that guy?
Yeah, they're married. They're longtime friends of that family, and
Okay.
she was very upset that Johnny's sister was moving the following day to Florida.
And she was just sobbing.
Well, the whole family is moving to Florida, and she is not happy about it.
Imagine, do you think that the camera picked her up and now we're talking about her and she's going to be on the internet?
Probably.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Probably.
Probably.
Probably. Again, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, everything I said was factual and it wasn't rude.
Okay.
She was upset. Understandably, if you moved to Florida, I would throw a massive party, and I would be excited. But that's because I don't like you. I imagine there's somebody out there that does like you and would be upset.
The only reason you would throw a party if I moved to Florida is because you would know that on the Instagram you would get pictures of me and a log splitter.
Huh?
That's what I call thongs.
Nice. Pat, I would say one of the times I was most impressed by you, it goes, and maybe this is just because it's fresh in my brain because we just talked about it, but when you took me and Nate out, I think that was a very kind thing to do. I think, again, it showed the type of person you are. I appreciate that. When were you most disappointed in me, Pat?
That's a tough question.
I know, because I never let people down. Maybe
I'm
that's
just
my-
running through examples. Hold on.
Maybe that's my narcissism kicking in.
No, disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. I'll go first.
Sure.
I'm not gonna be able to answer this question because I believe anytime I've ever been like disappointed or mad was probably work related and it wasn't friendship related. I can't say that there's ever been a time I've been disappointed in you as a friend. As a colleague, I'm sure, but never as a friend.
That actually, so I could have come up with examples at work, but not. That's weird, huh? We've known each other a really long time.
Yeah, I mean, you've done things, let's put it this way, you've done things, I'm sure, in my personal life or in our personal life that has upset me or I've been like, that's an asshole.
Oh, sure.
But to be disappointed, like,
Yeah.
you know, you've never let me down. So there's been no reason to be disappointed.
I agree.
What are the best and worst dates I've ever gone on? Oh,
You?
God.
Well, either way, it starts in a carpeted pickup truck bed. And it only ends one of two ways. Either you both get out of the truck and it looks the same, or you both get out of the truck and you realize it wasn't a lowrider. That's where we're at. How are you?
Just browsing.
You guys podcast people? Are you podcast people?
No, you want to be a podcast person? You don't want to listen to podcasts?
Oh, it's the number 3.
Yeah. Great. Mason's
Should we?
here.
Can we pause the podcast?
No, because I don't want to put 2 videos together.
How long have we been recording?
I don't know. It's over there.
Take a look. Let's see what we're at. If we're at 45 minutes, we'll call it a podcast. And tomorrow morning we can record a whole nother one with the next 10 questions. We got through 10.
We never finished the best of our states, nor did we do what do I.
We already have prescription strength.
Xanax, nice.
Here. Thank you. Mason had to come bring me drugs. Well, the worst state you ever been on was the one in Massachusetts.
Facts.
The best state you've ever been on, I have no idea. I wasn't there.
Been on a lot of good dates.
Do they usually end in coitus?
The really good ones, they do. Yeah. Absolutely.
Nice.
Check where we're at on this time, and maybe I can sign us out.
We have one more question to get through 10.
What do I order at the bar?
Chicken wings, because you don't drink.
Rum and Coke
Yep.
or fruity drinks.
Or fruity drinks. Very nice.
I legitimately think I could just go up and be like, "Can I get a fruity drink?" And you'd be like, "Ooh,
Well, I would never turn down a fruity drink if
There you
that's
go.
what you're saying.
truly?"
I do. I have a whole cooler full of Trulies
There
for
you
here
go.
today.
See?
All right. I guess this is where we end because Mason came and ruined it for everybody.
Number 9ers, we say, good day. Tom, I hit the